Sunday, man. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit, man. But welcome to another edition of Colorado Local TV, being brought to you by CO Management DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. You know what I mean, man? We had some great boxing, man, all throughout the weekend, man. Starting from Friday all the way up to Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Um, Man, let me first start out, man. Since who the hell is this texting me this early in the morning? Let me start out by saying, yeah, let me go ahead and start out with the Berlanga fight, man. Let me just go ahead and get no, I don't want to start there, man. Let me start out, man, with the ladies, okay? Because I only really want to say a couple of things about that card, man, because I was truly against the trilogy between Serrano and Katie Taylor. I was truly against it. I wasn't with it. Never liked it. But I got to give a shout out to Shadesha Green, man. She did her thing. She was very emotional, man. It was a great thing to see, man. She accomplished a lot from where she came from, man. And to finally, reach that pinnacle, man. I was so happy, man, for Shadesha Green, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but to the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight, the reason I was telling everybody that I didn't like that fight was because I felt that Amanda Serrano was always going to be in a no-win situation, regardless if they would have gave her the decision or not, for the simple fact that was already 0-2. Even though some of us feel that she won the first two fights, or even if you think she won one of the two, on paper, she was 0-2, and this third fight just wasn't going to do nothing. I always felt like that was more of a money grab than an actual real fight to me. And the way they both performed that night, it almost seemed like they was content to just not bang it out like they did the first two fights and just collect the paycheck and leave. That's just my opinion. That's how I looked at it. I felt that was going to be something that definitely could have happened, and it did. It did. So now I'm gonna get off of that, man. Well, by the way, I'm gonna also say something, man. I think it's important that I say this. YouTube is on that junk with me again, man. They done sent me a warning on the email saying that I am not following YouTube guidelines, and I am, for the life of me, puzzled as to what the heck I'm doing that's bothering them so much, because all I'm doing is speaking. I'm not using nobody's content. I'm not doing no putting no music on my stuff or any of that stuff. Angel Rios, how you doing? So yeah, I'm getting slammed by YouTube again, and I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing what I normally do, but I will put a disclaimer out that if YouTube for some reason takes this channel as well, then I'm probably not gonna do any more content. I'm not gonna open another channel. I will be done at that point. I lost my big channel, and if they mess with this one and take it, I just don't have the energy to start a third one. As far as for boxing and stuff like that, I still got my gaming channel, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a whole nother thing. I don't understand what I'm doing. I really don't. But it's whatever, man. But let me get to the Subriel Matias and the new. I felt he won the fight. I saw a lot of people type it in Twitter saying that they felt Puello won and this and that. Man, whatever, man. Whatever, man. All Puello was doing a lot of holding, man. That's all he was doing. A lot of clinching and holding. You know what I'm saying? And there's a difference between clinching to reset and excessive clinching. And I think the later is what Puello was doing. He was doing a lot of excessive clinching, man. Did he land some good shots? Of course he did, man. But I thought that pressure, the way Subriel Matias was cutting the ring off, the way Subriel Matias was breaking them down, you know, that I felt that that was more effective and looked better in the judge's eyes than anything Puello was able to do that night. So I believe the right man won. You know, I'm Puerto Rican, so we're Puerto Rican. So yeah, call it what you want. Call it a little bias. But I saw the fight the way I saw the fight, and I felt Subriel Matias won that fight clearly. I'm so happy that he has gotten the title again. I don't like the way what's going on, Trill Will. I don't like the way he's being uh man, you know what? I'm gonna leave that turkey thing alone, man. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. By the way, Trill Will, man, YouTube messing with me again, bro. If they snatch this channel, I'm done, bro. If they snatch this channel, I'm done. I ain't even gonna start another one, bro. You know, they already sent me a warning telling me I ain't following guidelines already. Again. Again. I don't know, bro. But anyway, man. Matias, I'm proud of him. He saved my weekend as a Puerto Rican. Him, Shakur. Um, let me just say this, man. Let me go ahead and point this out because a lot of people, they're talking about this no running rule and people need to stand and fight and all that, which I don't agree with because this is sport. The sport is a sport of boxing, right? It's a sport of boxing. But let me tell you where I'm trapping y'all, why I'm saying this, right? Because you got all these major fighters like Canelo and all that can't seem to cut the ring off, right? Maybe they need to take some lessons for Subriel Matias. Because Subriel Matias, I don't care who's in front of him, he can cut the ring off better than any fighter I've ever seen in my life. He don't seem to have a problem cutting the ring off. So I think a lot of these fighters that are complaining need to just watch Matias and see and take some lessons on how to cut the ring off. Because he ain't got no problem cutting the ring off. Now I don't know who this dude is that they got him that he's supposed to fight November or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who that dude is. And I heard what they said. They said that he's got to fight this dude in November, and then that he's got to give Alberto Puello a rematch after that one. So they got his next two fights already lined up, which I think kind of sucked to me, man. I think it kind of sucks because to me that kind of delays the 140-pound division because there's better fights to be made at 140 for Subriel Matias that I think a lot of us would like to see. I'd like to see him go ahead and beat up on Teofimo, right? Or we could like to see him against Richardson Hitchings to see, how that great boxer matches up with this great fighter that cuts the ring off, right? That'd be interesting to see. And I'm not picking winners on this. I'm just telling you what will be entertaining and interesting to see the way the matchups, You got Gary Antoine Russell that loves to bang as well. Wouldn't that be an explosive fight that we would love to see? Salute, Debo. You tripping. I need my beach cruise. I got you, D. I got you, BVO. I got you, BVO. It's all good, man. But I think him and Antoine Russell will be an explosive fight, man. And see, when I mention all these matchups, well, with the exception of Tio, because I like to see him whip Tio's ass. The other two matchups, man, I'm neutral on. I'm neutral on it, and I would love to see how they play out. Matias versus Hitchings and Matias versus Antoine Russell, which we're not going to get this year. We're just not. You heard what Turkey said. He's got to fight this overseas dude in November, and then he's got to give Alberto Puello a fight immediately after that one, and that's already occupying his next two fights. Which, if I was Turkey Al Sheikh, I would reconsider that because those fights are not going to make you the money that him versus Antoine will make you, that him versus Hitchings will make you, or even the controversial Tio. Them two people will be interested in those fights. So I don't know where his thought process is on that. Especially if you're forking out that kind of money, you want to put the bigger names up there against, cars that you're putting out there. So that didn't make any sense to me. But that's I'm not the one forking out the money, so whatever. He wants to throw his money out there like that, so be it, man. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about Shakur Stevenson, Williamson Petty. I'm not gonna be on here long. Like I said, YouTube got me on restriction. They got me on, walking on thin ice, on glass, and all that. So I'm kind of like really not wanting to do no long live and nothing like that. Pretty upset by the way they're treating me, but they don't never give me a reason why. But I was proud of Shakur Stevenson last night, man. I thought he fought a phenomenal fight, right? Phenomenal fight, man. Uh he stayed in the pocket, man, and proved to a lot of people that he can fight that style. Now, do I recommend it? No, I do not. I do not recommend it because even though you could do something like that, even though you can prove the doubters wrong that you can fight on the inside like that and still be effective, you don't have to please the people, man, because this is the thing, right? And I'm a fair across the board. I'm fair across the board, man. How you doing, Jose Diaz? I'll use Devin Haney as an example, right? Box. They was complaining, and then the minute he starts banging, and let's say he gets caught with like a Linares shot, all of a sudden now he should have been boxing. Or now look. They start talking shit about you. So I don't want to see Shakur go through that similar situation, is what I'm saying, because I think it's unfair. First of all, I think it's unfair. If you can outbox somebody, outbox them. This is boxing. So what are these people gonna get? Look, as soon as he started doing any little movement after 11 rounds, when he went to move around or kill a little time, they were already ready to boo. He's been fighting in the pocket the whole night, and the minute he tries to take some 10 or 15 seconds off the clock, all of a sudden they born. That should let you know that they want to set you up to stay in there to potentially get caught with something you don't need to be getting caught with. So I don't like it. I don't like it. If a man is giving you that type of fight, right, Jose Diaz? If he's giving you that type of fight, the first 10 rounds, he went in there and banged with this dude. He goes into the 11th and wants to kill a little time and give some movement. What is wrong with that? Why do people have to boo it? He gave you excitement. But now he's not allowed to take a little break? He can't take a little breather? That's what lets me know that all they really want is to see him get knocked upside his head. That's what that tells me. Looking from the outside in. And at that point, I'm like, bro, don't please these people. Don't please them. They're not going to be satisfied no matter what. Did you even hear Tarver? Did you even hear the commentator Tarver? Because I did. Shakur's banging on the inside, fighting on the inside like everybody was asking for. What was Tarver saying? Shakur need to go back on the outside and box. I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute. Did you want him to box or did you want him to bang? Because when he was boxing, you was asking him to bang. Now that he's banging, you want him to go back and box. This is why I tell these fighters, fight your fight. Fight your fight. Because no matter what you do, you're still going to get criticized one way or the other. If you bang, you should have boxed. If you box, you should have banged. I heard it. I heard it with my own ears last night. He needs to go back and box. That whole crowd would have booed him if he'd have fought Zepeda from mid-range and outside. They would have booed him. Not me, mind you, not me, because I believe a fighter should execute their game plan and win however they can win. However is easier for you to win, do that. People just haters. It's okay for Puello to move, but not Shakur, I guess. Exactly. And Puello was doing a lot of holding any goddamn way. I don't know how, hey, man, I don't care. Subriel won that. I don't care. Y'all can say it's Puerto Rican bias if you want, but man, that dude was holding all night. Puello was holding all night. Exactly. You're not going to make everybody happy. That's the part I think everybody's leaving out. Oh. All these people on Twitter, oh man, Puello won. Puello got robbed. Y'all ain't talking about how much he held, right? Y'all ain't talking about how much he held. But when other fighters hold, y'all have a problem with it. All of a sudden, Puello, oh, he could do that all night. It's okay. The inconsistency is sickening to me. And in a weird way, that's why I love boxing, but I hate it at the same time. Because people are just so wishy-washy, man, and the consistency's not there, man. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm bringing up a fighter and I'm training a fighter and I'm working with him throughout his career, do you think I'm going to go in that corner and tell him to go against everything that he does well? No, I'm not. If this is what works, bro, we're going to ride that train all the way to a title. Bro, we're going to ride that train all the way throughout your career. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make the bag and get the hell up out of here, man. No matter if they boo you, if they like you, they hate you, whatever. We're going to go in here and do what we know is going to be successful. If that's a style like Shakur that you got to box, then that's what we do. If you got a style like Matias that cuts the ring off and applies pressure on fight, that's what we do. And see, that's why I don't have a problem with Subriel Matias' style. That's what he does best. Y'all want to reinvent the wheel. Just Do Boxing was good. Y'all want to reinvent the wheel. Just Do, man. Tell me if I'm lying, Just Do. And by the way, I said earlier, I love Shakur Stevenson's performance. I thought it was phenomenal. But for 10 rounds, he was banging with Zepeda. The 11th round comes and he wants to, take a little 10-second break and move around, and the crowd was ready to boo him. Like, you cannot please the crowd no matter what. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say it again. I believe Shakur should have just boxed him. The hell with the crowd. He showed you he can bang in there with him. Showed you he can bang with him. 10 rounds. And the 11th, you can't, bro, every fighter has a moment in the fight where they're going to move around to catch their breath, to get a little breather, to kind of clear their heads and shit. Every fucking fighter. But it's Shakur, so y'all got to boo him for them 5 seconds that he did a little movement. Y'all got to try to boo him. Bro, my suggestion to Shakur is fuck the crowd. Keep doing what you're doing. They're never going to be happy anyway. Subriel Matias, keep doing what you're doing. They're not going to be happy anyway. Why would you want to take a Subriel Matias and try to make him a boxer? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Why would y'all want to take somebody that is a professional, cut the ring off dude, and make him a boxer? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I love Subriel Matias' style. If he changes, I will think something's wrong with him. If he changes, Subriel Matias could be a multimillionaire just by teaching these people how to cut a ring off. Because, bro, Do you see anybody cutting the ring off better than Matias? I don't care what fight it is. They don't seem to be able to get away from him. He is a phenomenal cut the ring off dude. Phenomenal. You gonna have to put your chin strap on with Matias, whether you like his style or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think he's trash or not, which I don't think he's trash. I don't know where people are coming with this on Twitter saying that Subriel Matias is trash. How is a world champion trash? Huh? How dare y'all say that this man is trash? He may not be your shot of liquor or your cup of tea, but trash? Nah, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. These are fighters at a high level. You can't call people like that trash. These are the same people that you want to watch fight, right? But you also want to call them trash. Well, if they're trash, why are you watching? I guarantee you, y'all are dying to see a Subriel Matias versus Teofimo, a Subriel Matias versus Richardson Hitchings, a Subriel Matias versus Gary Antoine Russell. Don't tell me you're not excited to watch something like that fight. So if you're excited to see somebody like that fight them matchups like that, he can't possibly be trash. Come on. You can't possibly call a fighter like that trash. But I digress. I digress. Now let me get to the last fight that I'm gonna touch up on before I get up off of here, man. Um, Edgar Berlanga, Hamza Sheeraz. I don't duck no smoke, man. Y'all already know, man. I am gonna cover the things that I need to cover and be as transparent and truthful for that. You know what I'm saying? Um, that was bad, man. Like I listen, man. I got love for Edgar Berlanga, but that was bad. That was bad, man. Like I'm not even gonna break the fight down, but I will talk about this here. I don't know if Edgar Berlanga is going to be the same after this. I just don't know. That was very ugly, and I know a lot of people are probably celebrating and happy to see his downfall and all that other stuff. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I was sad. I was sad. Not because he lost, but because of the way he lost and seeing his son cry and his family cry. It did something to me, man. It did something to me, man. I'm like, damn, you're gonna take losses in life and shit like that. Stormy B, man, what's good with you? You're gonna take losses in life like that, and it's okay. You know, we all know he wasn't the most talented fighter out there. We know that. We know Edgar Berlanga was not the most talented, man. But my whole thing with Edgar Berlanga is, man, he's actually not a bad dude in real life, right? From where he came from, I believe he was successful either way. Even through this last fight last night, he put himself in a position where he's set for life, right? Um, I know that the people that don't know him probably hate him a lot because of all the trash talking he does and all this other good stuff. And I get it. I get it, I get it. It's a New York thing though, and he's not like that in real life. So I understand that people only see what they see on TV. So they're never gonna see that side of him, right? I was more hurt, man, by seeing his kids and his family, the down the way they were, man. And I just don't know, man. I mean, am I wrong for saying that I think it's over for him? Am I exaggerating saying that it might be over for Berlanga? Like maybe he should think about a different path. Maybe he needs to invest his money in something else moving forward, man, because I just don't think he's ever going to be at the top level in boxing. DP Rocker was good with you. I don't think he'll be at the top level in boxing. And that's not me shitting on him, man, because I know it's going to get taken that way, man. It's me caring about him, but it's never going to be looked at that way. I just don't think he's going to get at the top level, you know? And he has nothing to be ashamed of, man. I don't think he's got nothing to be ashamed of, man. Look, well, I'm not going to talk about his family's history or nothing like that, but let's just say they came out of the gutter. And anytime you could come out from the gutter and make it to where you made it, even getting the Canelo fight, even though you lost, you won in life. You made a hell of a lot of money in boxing. And I don't care how people think of it. I'm proud of him, bro. I'm actually proud of him, man. He came from nothing to where he's at now. He is successful in life. Boxing is just a avenue into which he became successful with in life. It was an ugly loss, though. Jose Diaz said he's young. Let's see how he comes back. I just got to be real, Jose Diaz. I don't think he's going to be at a top level. I think he peaked. I think, the best of him, we've already seen. It hurts me to say it, but it's the truth. I'm not saying he can't continue boxing if he wants to. I think he can. I just think that extra gear's not there. It doesn't have to be over for him. What needs to be over is his mental approach to his profession. Money cannot mask mental deficiency. Um, that's what I'm worried about, Stormy. I think that this is going to do a lot of harm to his mental. This is why I don't think he should box no more. I don't think he can recover mentally from this. This was ugly. This was ugly. And it's not the point that, I don't like writing fighters off when they take a loss, but it's the way you take the loss. And I don't know if mentally he's going to be able to recover from this. Mentally. Did you see him in the corner after that? I was looking at the body language in his eyes. I think that took his heart, bro. Respect that is deeper than boxing, but that all bark, no bite mentality is whack. Well, you got to sell a fight somehow. What's going on, Tay Tay? I don't mind the bark. I don't mind the bark. I've said this even without the Berlanga press conference. I've said this since day one of me being on YouTube. I don't mind fighters talking shit if they're in the same weight division, if they got an opportunity to fight each other. I have absolutely nothing wrong with the bark because that's how you sell a fight. You got to try to maximize the dollars, and that's the way you do that. So I don't have a problem with that. If it backfires on you inside the ring, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. If I was a boxer, a professional boxer, do you think he really thought he could defeat Sheeraz, or was it false bravado? You know what I think, Stormy? And what makes me think that is the way Berlanga came out in that first round when you saw he was a little hesitant. I believe he was forced into this fight. I believe there was like, you know what, man? We've had it. We've had it with you. You're gonna have to go in here and fight a body. And I think that it almost looked like they forced his hand. Like this is it. You want this kind of payday again? This is what you got to do. And that's what it seemed like to me. I don't know if he thought he could defeat Sheeraz though. I don't think so. Well, maybe in his mind he thought he had a chance, but I think he was forced into it. The thing is, when you talk a lot of trash, you have to back it up in the ring. If not, it's embarrassing to the boxer and their fans. But let me get back to this though. If I was a professional boxer, y'all be saying the same shit about me because I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit, man, regardless of what the outcome, what happens. Bro, I gotta sell this, bro. I gotta sell myself. I gotta get this damn fight to sell. I gotta sell out this stadium. I gotta try to help sell out the stadium, bro. That's how I look at it. Bang, bang, boogie was good with you, man. So, and I'm not just saying this for Berlanga. I said this a bunch. I don't mind fighters talking trash. I don't want this to be about what the fighter said or did not say. I just want it to be about the fight. And the fight itself just was ugly. It just was. And I don't think he's gonna, I don't know. Listen, man, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he can mentally recover from this. But I hope I'm wrong. And if y'all expected me to shit on Edgar Berlanga, then you came to the wrong live because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I don't care what people do or any of that. At the end of the day, he is Puerto Rican. I am not shitting on my own people. Let me say that one more time. I refuse to shit on my own people. I refuse to do it. You got enough people already shitting on them as it is. I'm not going to participate and be one to shit on my own people, man. When you shit on your own people, you're a sellout. When you shit on your own people, you don't have no self love. When you shit on your own people, you can't be trusted. This is how I look at it. And I've seen Puerto Ricans already on Twitter shitting on Berlanga. I can't trust them. I can't trust them. I can't trust them. I'm not shitting on my own people. Now, if you're not Puerto Rican and you want to shit on them, go ahead. I ain't got no beef with you. I ain't got no beef with you, and I won't even take it personal. Because this is a sport of boxing, and when you fight, you open yourself up to this. You open yourself up to criticism. You open up yourself to get shitted on. You open up yourself to get memes made out of you. All I'm saying is, I won't do it because he's my people's. He is Puerto Rican. Period. Period. Subriel Matias, Puerto Rican. I'm not going to shit on him. Though I know Bang Bang Boogie, I thought he did great. But anyway, I thought Subriel Matias did great. I thought he won. I don't care. Call it Puerto Rican bias. Call it whatever y'all want. You know what? I'm not apologizing for any of that because shit, nobody else apologizes for their actions. Nobody else apologizing for their actions. I ain't apologizing either. I'm unapologetically Puerto Rican. And that's just what it is. But anyways, man, I appreciate everybody that came in here, man. I'm not gonna stay on long. I told y'all YouTube is on me again. They already sent me another email talking about I ain't following guidelines and nothing like that. I'm gonna try to hold on to this channel as long as I can, but if they take it again, if you see this channel disappear, you know why. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's YouTube is on me again. I don't know what I did. I didn't know what I did on the last one. But what I will tell you is if they take this one, that's it. I am not opening another one. If they take this one from me too, I'm just not gonna open another one. Because that just takes too much effort to start over again. Look at this one, man. I went on my last channel from 20,000 subscribers. When I lost that channel, I opened this new one. Look, I don't even have 400 subscribers. You think I'm going, if they take this channel, I'm going to start another one? Nah. Hopefully they do not take it, but I'm just saying if they do, man. But shout out to everybody that came in here and showed support and love and shit like that. Hopefully y'all smash the like button. This is always brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. What's going on, D-Man? I see you, bro. Kind of local TV. Man, I'm up out of here.